everyone, Zero Jedi here with the X-Play Fans channel. I'm giving you a quick taste of Shantae half-genie Hero, the Ultimate Edition. This was actually something special for me. I never played any of the Shantae games before this one, so I got to jump in with this one, and it was actually really fun. What's different with the Ultimate Edition, it includes like all the DLCs, all the costumes, and all the just essentially all the DLC previously released. I'm going to quickly take you through the different DLCs. Not going to play them, just going to talk about them a little bit because I don't want to keep you guys here forever. But it comes with like a whole bunch of fun stuff in it. Like the backers, the windscreens, all kind of fun stuff from the other games. Alright, so the main game is essentially just the main story game, which from what I understand so far, you're collecting pieces of a machine to be able to ward off evil. So your girl, Shantae here, doesn't have to do as much work in defending the town. Hero mode is essentially the same thing. You would start with everything unlocked. Hardcore mode is a harder setting. Apparently, from what I've been told by our very own gentleman who's reviewing this, you want to start on this mode if you've already played the game before. Pirate Queen's Quest is you are playing as Risky Boots, going through her own little story to, spoilers, take the machine from the main game and corrupt it further. Friends to the End is a mission where you're actually controlling 3 people trying to save Shantae. I don't want to go too far into the story because I don't want to ruin anything. Ninja style, the ninja mode is essentially the main quest, but you actually have a whole different subset abilities. You can wall jump, you can teleport, you have a katana, you have throwing stars and everything. These other modes that you have, you're actually leveling up with gems instead of spending them, so you get perks and other fun stuff that way. Beach mode is a kind of a time trial mode where you're running around to collect sunscreen bottles because if you don't have enough sunscreen, you start to burn and you start to lose life, which is a very interesting idea. Officer mode is I believe the same story but you're essentially you have blocks that you can flip and switch. There is, I want to say Mighty Switch Force was the game where it did this, where you're actually adjusting the environment, jumping on blocks, timing, and doing other kind of stuff like that. But at its heart, it is a platformer. Like I said before, it comes with the two outfits. I'm about 2 hours into the game because I was showing off the other stuff, but about 25% of the game is done. There's a lot of collectibles. Nothing that's like annoying to get. A lot of the fun stuff is like, hey, you're finding stuff that will help you level up and stuff like that. There will be some mild spoilers for like some of the story maybe, and then some of the dances. So, dancing is the main part of this game where you actually have, as your main attack, I don't want to talk to you, your main attack is hair whipping. Let's go in the workshop so I won't be disturbed. Yeah, your hair attack is jumping, crouching, crawling. You get spells you can fire off, and then you hit Y and you get dances, which are these different kind of spells that you can do, and they are very good for traversing the environment, and essentially they serve to lock off certain areas for collectibles and stuff like that. So the first one I actually got was this monkey, whose special ability allows me to climb on walls. Well, actually, let's go hit up a level and we will quickly do that. But I want to say first off and foremost, this game looks amazing, and the animation is amazing, and the music's pretty great. Can't talk to people as a monkey. I'm very disappointed. So that town, it has an item shop where you buy stuff. It has where you get the main quests. A lot of the gameplay so far is like, I'll unlock an area, do a main quest there, and then I'll go back to town and they'll have requests that will help me proceed, go through the main quest. Let's say, hey, if you give me this thing, I'm going to give you a map that leads you to this new area where it just so happens, where another section of the game will happen. Come back to town, get an item for your main quest, and then it kind of repeats through that. So I'm going to actually just take you through the first levels because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But it's I can't say enough. I'm enjoying this game. It's pretty. The music is nice. If you see me struggling with the controls, that is my controller. It has suffered from a soda spill. This game controls amazingly. So this is my original, this is you just starting out. I actually have some upgrades that will actually increase my attack speed and my attack damage. You can actually unlock, you buy stuff, you unlock it, and what's fun is you can actually disable it. I have one that's disabled that if you hit a green gem with your hair, it turns it into magic. I don't use magic that much, so I've disabled it. I have the bikini armor. Damage is taken reduced by half. That is a World of Warcraft reference because in World of Warcraft, all the female armor is essentially bikinis. So, I of course have the normal attacks. But there's a lot of, like, it starts you out simple. There's platforming. It's a simple at first, really nice. When you revisit, you can revisit levels, and they'll actually add new enemies. And of course, when I first started out, I couldn't swim, so I had to kind of go over this. However, in the second level, I got this crab ability. So now I could sink down now and explore a different area and check out what's in here. I've already collected it. It was another upgrade. But as you can see, even as a crab, the animation's adorable. So I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said right now, this is my controller not letting me, my controller is bugged out and not letting me jump full height. So it's not the fault of the game. The jumping feels good. Each character, each dance controls differently. The monkey can jump much higher than Shantae can. So you saw the crab there, I could only go left and right and down and up. However, later on I unlocked the mermaid, which means I can now freely go around as I please. But of course, as a mermaid, I kind of really slow on land. So as you can see, my normal jump is about that. If I do the monkey, I get that extra little bit of height, and I believe the monkey is faster, a little squirrelier in the air, not as precise because of your momentum. I got fireballs. But this is the game as you go through levels. There was a like kind of a ancient ruins swamp kind of area earlier that I really enjoyed. So switch over to monkey. Normally I'd have to hop over this. Otherwise I can just climb up a bit. If I want to, I can kind of avoid everything. Get through there. But fairly early on, they actually give you an item that lets you leave a stage. You will be replaying stages for collectibles. One of the quests to get something for a person was to get these stakes, but I have to kill a certain enemy in a certain stage with a certain attack, which is my fireball. So actually, I'm gonna take us over to there and do that and show you how these kind of things are happening. But early on, they give you a whistle that lets you instantly exit a level. So we're gonna actually go back to the town square. But I don't want to keep you too long. I could talk about this game for a while. I'm very much enjoying it. The only thing that I'm kind of iffy about is the backgrounds in the town area. They're not super interesting, but the foregrounds like this alone is interesting. Like this here is interesting, but if I go inside like the bathhouse, it's like, eh. This lady here gives hints of where you should go and stuff like that. I started with 2 hearts and I got heart containers. That gave me more hearts. So this is the item shop. We'll talk to him. So what I'm gonna grab is the warp dance, which allows me to, when I get to a world, I can dance and pick the section or the screen that I want to go to, which will be very helpful for this next quest. So we're gonna talk to her. Her name's Sky. She's got this giant bird who can transform into a small bird who transforms into a giant bird, but it can carry you around. So we're actually heading over to here where I saved a whole bunch of girls who are being turned into mermaids to be sold for food, which is really interesting. I felt that I was in a unique position because I was coming into a game where I didn't know the lore. So that was kind of nice to be like, oh, hey, I'm learning all this for the first time, but it's still done in a way that it's understanding because they give a slight backstory on people, but they don't make you sit there and listen to it all. So I just did the warp dance. It's gonna kick me to the next area where I think I need to be in the next one. I don't 100% remember. Nope, that was me. Yes. That may have just taken me out of there. No, it did not, so I don't actually want to be here. So that was 100% me messing up. So that second area was the correct area. Sorry about that, but yeah, I don't mind sitting here and telling you more about this great game. As you can see up at the top, this is actually good. It shows you the collectibles that are in that area and what you can collect. Down here is the main hub, and you can actually see that I've already gotten a heart container by turning in a quest. But like, look at the animation on the right here. It's smooth. It's so pretty. So we're gonna go to the Mermaid Falls, and I'm gonna show you that, like, oh hey, I had to kill a certain enemy, pick up this item. If I take it back, it'll go on through the quest. Because my quest right now is to get 2 tickets for a zombie to go to a thing. So actually, I recently just got this ability, which, see this flower? I get a boom. So I got scrap metal. Don't know what it's for. I'm just gonna collect it. One of my abilities you saw there is a tree. And actually, I can make fruit, which you probably saw in my menu, which I can use to recover health. This game is not particularly hard. Now that I've only played about this much, I am thinking that I should maybe have gone to the hard mode. So actually, this actually works out a lot better. So I actually have this elephant. Usually I have to go up and around. I can just slam that down, change back. So I need to kill this particular guy with a fireball. And I got the steak. So now that I have the gator steak, I'm gonna leave, and I needed 2 of them because there are 2 of them. I originally only got 1. And this should give me a idea of, oh hey, after I get this part, I can go ask the person in the bathhouse, like, where do you think I should, like, they'll tell me where should I go next for hints, and that's always nice in games like this. All the other modes do start with the tutorial. You can hit start to skip it. They even make a joke about it. There's even actually a joke about the sunscreen that, oh, you should get your friend to help apply it for you and draw a fan fiction of it and send it to us. Order up. So I got the ticket. So I need 2 race tickets to give to the zombie. Yes, a zombie, who I think was met in the other games. And gems are used to pay for stuff. So, oh, talk to her. Race tickets. No, not yet. So I'm not sure where to go. That lady actually gave me a hint. The factory, so I have to go under there. But let's say I didn't talk to her. I don't really talk to them people. I can just be like, hey. So I just be like, hey, give me another hint. So somewhere in that factory area, there's a stone block that I need to knock down to progress and probably talk to that lady. However, talking to that lady probably requires the item in the burning town, which is still on fire. So that guy's in the background doing shady stuff. This is where your uncle is. The game starts with you being woken up by whispers and walking an oddly far way to learn about, like, hey, something very bad is happening. Earlier, we had a woman steal memories. So it's not all like, there is a main story, but there's little breaks in it and kind of stuff. But I'm enjoying it. I'm not the biggest platformer person, but I might keep playing this. I told our very own writer that I might not, but I'm gonna probably keep playing this. Make sure you read the review on our website. I'm enjoying this. It gets my seal of approval. Comes with all the DLC. I would personally recommend the ninja mode just because of how fast-paced it is. Not the biggest fan of the beach mode. Don't really like time trial stuff. The pirate mode seems reliant on items and stuff, which is interesting. The achievements are pretty standard for something like this. Get all the finish in the hard mode, get all the endings, all kinds of stuff like that. Nothing crazy. But I am ZeroJD. This is the XBA fan channel. This is Shantae, half-genie Hero Ultimate Edition. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the slightly longer video where I just gushed and gushed and gushed, but like, look at this animation. This game's beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the our other videos below. Have a nice day.